See, that was easy. Now, first thing we're going to do is we're going to teach him to associate the clicker
With a treat.
with a treat. All you do is one click and one reward. We assume he hears. Okay?
Yes, I think a lot of it is selective.
Right, exactly. Okay? Now the good thing with this clicker is I can put it in my ring finger or I can have it in my hand.
Okay.
In that case, I choose to have it in my hand. Ignore those. Good. So click. And reward. So he can pretty good here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now we start charging it. To do that, you have to work with each individual dog, while the other guys are somewhere out there and don't hear the click. Because we have to program it.
I gotcha.
Okay. Now, I don't want you to use the clicker like a remote control. I want to have the clicker behind my back.
Okay, I want to put them outside if
Yeah.
you don't mind. Yeah, because you're being naughty. Yeah, I know. Someone's getting more than it's not. You get back, please. Yeah, here. Come on, let's go.
So the next thing I teach him is luring. What we do with luring is we lure the dog to do a behavior and then we click it.
Okay.
Okay? Luring can be also that. Okay? Luring can be also this. Okay? So I create the environment and I create the situation where your dog shows me a behavior and then I take that as acceptable and then I click when it happens.
Okay.
So I like that. I like this, and I like that, and I like this, and I like that, and everything I like, I click.
Okay.
I don't like, I don't click. Very simple. Now, once I see that I have a consistent action, I can start naming that, and then click if it happens.
Right.
Come. I basically name what he wants to do right that moment.
Mm-hmm.
Sit. And I name it as it happens, and I click when it's completed, and then I reward him.
Yes.
Come. Good. Sit. All right. Shake. Good job.
He knows 5.
Yeah. You know that he can count? 2 shakes. Good. I didn't know that, right?
Please take him with you.
3 shakes. 3 shakes. 1, 2, 3. Yes, good job. Any questions about your dog's smartness? Good.
I know that was part of the problem. I mean, honestly, you know, he's
Touch.
a bright dog.
Good. No, that doesn't work. Now, if he has certain expectations and expectations are not met, he can switch to frustration.
Mm-hmm.
We don't click that.
Mm-mm.
But we click it when he puts himself back together.
Okay.
However, there is a small defined line. We don't want him to start creating a routine and we are forced to click it because at the end he did what we asked him to do.
I gotcha.
Like for example, doing that and then jumping on me and then sitting after I called him sit. That doesn't work.
Right.
Okay? I had him do something else before that.
Gotcha.
Touch.
Gotcha.
Okay? So I'm rewarding the last performed action or the last performed series.
Right.
Okay?
So, am I right to say you're rewarding him after you've asked him for something, not just because he's giving it to
Exactly.
you now that we're kind of
Exactly.
moving it along
Right.
a little bit, right?
So right now we're establishing the way information comes. If I
Okay.
like something, I click it.
Mm-hmm.
If you offer something and I like it, I click it.
Okay.
Offer me something.
Right.
Well, I didn't like that.
Right.
So you don't get nothing.
Okay.
But I like that, and you get it.
Okay.
Okay? This is how we kind of start doing some things. Now, we're gonna go to a different level now. We're gonna go and test how he's hardwired.
I would be interested to know that.
Okay? So what we do now, it's a free will exercise. We put things aside. I can just sit here on the couch. And I will, it's okay to sit here?
Oh, please, make yourself at home.
I will give him a challenge. He thinks I'm worth basically only treats and whatever he wants, but I will question his ability to troubleshoot.
Okay.
So I will have 2 treats, I'll let him smell them, and then he has to make a choice which one he wants. Now here's the problem. Based on his hardwiring, he has 3 options: fight, flight, or freeze.
Yes.
Okay? Well, there's a fourth option he has no clue about. Communicating with me would be another option.
Right.
Okay? That option is not what I was expecting him to do, which is fine. Now, I have the right to defend my treat, so my hand says no. But he's smart enough to say, you know what, the hand gives me trouble, I'm going to go to the afterhand because there's a second option. Okay? So I'm not fighting with him, I'm just don't make your life easier on that.
Right.
Meaning is that doesn't want. And he's smart enough to say, you know what, I have the other option. But every time he looks at me, he gets both. And you see this micro movement already makes him respond. So he's very aware of what I'm doing. At the same time, I evaluate here how quickly he comes down from his stressor. He checks in with me, he gets both. Now the key factor is I'm not luring him. Good job! I'm not luring him to look at me. I'm not making him look at me. I want him to come up with that idea that is more successful than the other things he tried.
And so, did he make eye contact?
Yeah,
And that's when you treated him?
Now, there are 2 ways to make contact. The one is to look at me while he's focused on my treat, like he's now. And the other one is him focusing on me and want me. Well, that doesn't work. I have option B. You see how his brain kind of started calculating? So we want here to have high value treats, but not too high. The whole point is for him to get an idea and not to get stuck with it. So if he loves chicken like crazy, don't give him chicken like crazy.
Okay.
Good job. Here you go. Now, when he makes the right choice, A, we have to mark it with good.
Good.
Okay? The second one, because he's so conscious of his body and the environment, I want him to send a clear visual message. How do I feel about it? I feel good about it, right? Plus, I send him appreciation because I appreciate that choice. So I have the visual, I have the emotional feedback, I have the verbal marker, and he gets the 2 treat, plus he gets petted.
This would be really valuable for him to see this right there.
Good. What's next time?
Oh, okay, because he's a dog possessed.
We will have tools to regulate that.
Okay, good, because honestly, Roman, it's horrendous.
I guarantee you can make him bark like crazy. I have a fake dog in the car. I'm gonna pass it over there and he doesn't have a clue. He will so get stuck with
Okay,
it.
thank you.
Okay, now, our idea is for him to learn and not to fail. So all we do is to make his life easier and not struggle with it.
Okay.
Now that we have his full attention, good job, here you go. Yeah, right? Now he knows what I'm expecting. Now, there are different parts of that. The first one is him learning the idea of what to do with it. Now we can go to the next level.
Okay.
The next level would be, yes, I gave you something to do, and yes, I'm supposed to give you something in exchange. But what if I don't like your gesture? What if I feel pushed? The next thing we're gonna look for is him giving me intention to give me space, and then that will reward.
Okay.
So I'm looking at his front legs. Every time he makes a move backwards, he gets a reward. Good.
Now, how does that work? You're looking at his front legs.
So I'm looking at his front legs, basically, and see if he moves backwards.
Okay. So you're just wanting him to.
Yeah, I'm just looking for him to show me anything that makes me feel better about this space.
Okay.
It could be his ears back. It could be his head back instead of being forward, just backwards.
Okay.
It could be kind of like sitting more relaxed.
Right.
It could be just pulling himself together.
Okay.
Instead of like waiting for the opportunity to get it. Just
Right.
like, okay, whatever. Make sense?
And is you looking at his feet, is that kind of the
No, it's not my intention. I'm just watching it. My intention is how I feel about it. I feel pushed.
Okay.
And the only way to feel unpushed is if he basically walks away from it.
Okay.
So every gesture has a feedback. Whatever he does has a feedback. I like it, I don't like it, I like it, don't like it. But I have to be accurate. As he does his action, it makes me do my action. It's like I push a button, something happens, it's up to me. Good. Okay? He pulled away, he made it set back. Now, where he is right now, it doesn't really matter. I want to convey his message. If something happens and it gets stuck and you feel whatever you do, it doesn't work, how do you fix that problem? Walking away from it.
Right.
So what we do, we convey slowly the idea of troubleshooting a situation where I am afraid because of him, and he has to troubleshoot why I'm afraid is because of his behavior. Now we ask the dog to look back to himself. What happened that I did that caused that person not to continue doing what he's supposed to do? Is it me or is it him?
Okay.
Make sense?
Yes.
Instead, before, because I didn't do what he wanted me to do, he started jumping, scratching, and pushing me.
Right.
Now he has a second idea. Oh wait, if I walk away from it, I can eventually get it. 50% chance now. I could go this way or I go the other way, but the other way works. So why would I use the old way? It doesn't work anyway. Make sense?
Yes.
And since jumping on is self-rewarding, why would the dog stop doing it? Because all he wants is attention, and he gets the attention as he does it. Okay? So that's why it's very important, especially for smart guys, that we give synchronized feedback. So if I hold my hand there and he comes towards, all I need to do is remove my hand from the equation, which he caused it.
Right.
Okay.
Okay. You got me on that one. All right, so you were offering this one and you removed it. So he said, "Oh, I'm going to try this one," and you gave it to him. That's what I just saw, right?
Right. So I offered my hand, I didn't invite him to do. Off. And as soon as he responds to that, good, I'll give him the treat.
Okay, so you're just basically telling him, I don't want you to put, if you don't put yourself up on my lap, you get this treat. Is that what you're telling him?
Don't push my hand.
No, don't touch. Okay.
It's not there for you, we weren't invited to.
Okay.
Just because it's there doesn't mean you can have it.
Okay.
And if you shouldn't have it, I would say off. And you get something in exchange for respecting it.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Now, if I say off, I cannot just give him that hand, because off doesn't mean wait for later.
Right.
Off means back off, away from it.
Right.
Okay?
Okay.
But what I can do is I can remove it from there and be done with it.
Okay.
And then I can give him another task. Ready? Go get it. And then see if he remembers certain things. Good. Now, he stays away from distance. Now, you remember what we did before? If things doesn't go your way, I want you to back away from it. So we're going to do a couple of routines where he can start calculating things,
Mm-hmm.
and then all of a sudden we stop doing these things and we see if he kind of gets it. Okay? Like right now, I feel totally pushed
Mm-hmm.
and totally invaded in my space.
Mm-hmm.
So what actually I do is I freeze. I still freeze because it's still too close to me. And the only way to move is if he's out of my field.
Right.
Okay? Half a treat.
Right.
I have the right to pay sliding scale. Based on his performance, I can give more or less.
Right.
I can change my value between regular treats, chicken wings, raw of course, or hugs and kisses and love and full-blown emotional feedback,
Right.
which we did in the past with these 5 payments. Okay?
Yeah.
So I would do that now. So now I'm not happy about what he's offering me. I want to up the offer. I want more.
Mm-hmm.
Good. Good job.
I could see he acquiesced.
Did you see how he moved away his energy and how he changed it? Okay. This is important that I had to give him jackpot. 2 treats and petting and appreciation at the same time. That has to be consistent.
Okay.
Okay.
I understand.
Because what we do now is we program the sympathetic nervous system. We want the body to remember it, even if the brain is off.
Yes.
Okay? If the excitement is too high, he will not be able to think about it.
Yes.
But the body has a positive experience out of so many trials, and like the body will automatically go to the best performed version that secures his advance.
Okay.
So we're not talking about just survival here, we're talking about advance.
Right.
Okay?
Right. Okay.
Good. Now, because we will have the dogs going in and out soon, we're gonna do the second homework. I call it the loop exercise. In fact, what we do is we program again the sympathetic system.
Okay.
I say the word look, and he gets the treat.
Mm-hmm.
Just like that. Look,
Mhm.
treat. I don't care what he does, and I'm not looking for him to look at me.
Okay.
All I do is I say the word look, and he gets the treat.
Okay.
Just like that. Look. Now, in machine language, look equals input.
Mm-hmm.
Look equals input.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what's happening, what type of input, we don't mind right now. All we want him to associate input with high value. Look. Now we convey the body, look equals input, look equals value input. Now we have to convey that look is not really just input, look is pay attention for new input. Okay, look. Look. Now we start associating the look exercise with what we actually want to convey. Look, go get it. Look, come, sit. Good. Now I'm telling him input is coming, and his brain is which one?
Okay.
Now he's coming in with a question, which input?
Mm-hmm.
And then he's open to the command that I would give him that leads to the solution.
Okay.
Look, go get it. Look, come, It's rewarded upon arrival. And pet it, because that's great.
Right.
Now, in the future, there will be something happening over there, and I will have the power to call him. New input. Let that input go. Get new input. That's better.
Oh, I can't even imagine now.
Me either. Good? But that's our goal right now.
Okay.
So we're gonna work on
it is. Yes.
Look, good game. Now at the same time, we program him. If you are up to something, look, come. It's okay to let go and return to source. Good. Look, sit. Good. You see now how his body responds faster to the commands? Look, good game. Now, once you are consistent and you do a couple of rounds, like give it 3 sets of 10 rounds, you will see that every time you say the word look, the head turns to you. The body makes the head turn, not his brain.
Right. Okay.
Now, what will happen if you see the dog over there?
He'll follow us.
The one triggers over there, and then you have the second trigger. But the second trigger has a reward.
Yes.
And his brain says, there.
I hope so, Roman, because I feel like that I can't offer him a big enough reward for change.
You cannot give a reward as exchange.
Okay.
Because he's having a job.
Okay.
The problem is creating a new job, saying the word look.
All right.
Which is better than the previous job he has. Without losing the other job, there's nothing wrong with what he does, but we don't like that job. We give him a better job.
Okay.
So instead of firing him there and firing him off a job, we upgrade his job to something that's more of a value, which we appreciate.
Okay. I hear
Because
what you're
that
saying.
we don't.
No.
So we want that coming to you will be a higher value emotional feedback than barking at the dog that's only cause frustration.
Right.
Now look, come will be the release of that frustration.
Okay.
So theoretically, you give him a negative reinforcer by adding a positive reinforcer on top of the negative reinforcer.
I hear what you're saying.
Okay?
Yeah.
So by getting his attention, adding a positive reinforcer, look, come, you release him from a problem he has. You're the good guy.
Right. Right. Okay.
Make sense?
Yes.
Look. So he's not there yet, so we have to work on that. Do you have any favorite treats that he likes?
Yes. I think I have to get them.
Okay. You're such a smart guy. You're such a smart guy. I know, you're a sweet kid. I know, right? Oh. Okay, good.
You can make this one very soft. I got lots.
I like the softies.
I do too.
Good. So those softies, you can still cut a quarter of it, literally just as much as you can cut with your nails.
Okay.
Look, and start charging it. Look. Now, the way I say look, it's not like growling, look.
Right, it's...
And not like a crazy mom, look! Okay? Just straight look, monotonic, like I would sing a song in the church, in the Orthodox church, blah, 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 blah. Look. Now the next thing I want to do is every time he looks at the window, I'm going to call him off.
Okay.
Wait. Good.
Ah.
Good job. Jackpot. Okay?
Yep.
Now, imagine how difficult it is for you one day to sit in the right driver's side and drive in Australia with that side
Yeah.
And you have to make a left turn, or wait, oh no, we have
We
to
were
do a
just
left turn. Which side do I look? So there are all these things coming
We were
in your
just
mind.
in New Zealand. I totally get what you're saying.
So this is what we want to look for here. Help you understand that he has to overcome his instincts when he has to make a decision right now, because his body tells him one thing while we're trying to reprogram his body to do another thing, and at some point he will be in a confusion. Wait, what?
Yeah.
And then we have to help him out.
Sure.
Okay?
I got
So
you.
even if he gets stuck with the window and still we have the session, calling him it doesn't work. How about we go there, show emotional intelligence, and tell him, hey, it really sucks what you're dealing with here. Look, good job. I'm here to help you. Follow me. Look, good job. Now every time he looks at the window, I've got his attention back. Look. Good job. Later on, we will use that idea to have him look at the trigger, feel differently about that, and then check back to us, telling us, the dog is going by here, can you help me?
Right.
Absolutely, yeah. First of all, thank you for checking in with me. And how about we go over there, you lay down, and I give you an extremely jackpot.
Absolutely.
The reason why you get that is because of that trigger.
Yes.
And your dog is like, when is the trigger coming again? And all of a sudden we transmuted the problem he had
Okay.
to a completely new idea about the problem he had in the past. Good. Jackpot. Now, because we will not be able to get stuck with the treats, we start rewarding him with the leftovers of the 5 payment systems. Since the food is gone, we have the facial expression, the appreciation, 2 hands, and petting, plus the marker good for doing so. So if everything is the same, look, touch, good, 2 shakes. Yes, good job.
So can I just tell you something that's been going on here?
Yeah.
My cats, we've had him since February.
Right.
My cats have just in 2 days started coming downstairs because
Good
they've
job.
been terrified of him.
Good. So that's a good thing.
So this is good. This
Okay.
is, I mean, we have come, believe it or not, we've come a real long ways. But
Good.
this is beautiful.
Awesome. Why? Because he's awesome.
Yes.
2
Oh,
shakes.
he is. He's
Good job.
marvelous.
Yes. I want 2 shakes and a touch. 2 shakes, 1, 2, and a touch. Yes, good job. Smart thinking.
Isn't he adorable when he's behaving?
He's not behaving. He's having a job right
I
now.
mean, because he's working.
Good. But we have also to see that sometimes there's a motivation plays a role.
Okay.
Imagine I will call you, hey, I have a party coming next weekend, and there will be a few people there, and I don't know which one, I don't know how the party will go, but if you are available, you may eventually come over and check us out, right? And you're like, start calculating the situation, what mess do I get in? Or I can tell you, hey, we have an awesome party, there's super people coming over, they would love to meet you. Don't bring anything, everything is taken care of. And you're like, okay, I just scratched my calendar, I'm coming.
Yes.
So I'm giving you the motivation. I didn't try to sell myself, I just tried to convince you to do it.
Okay.
So sometimes we have to add a bit of motivation that is in alignment with what he wants. If I would not bring him what he wants, why would he do it? It would be my favor, not his. So when we do the motivation and we're working on it, we can keep things a bit excited. We can help him get up to the certain amount of excitement before he pulls his pants down in the party, okay? And self-regulate himself and says, hey, that doesn't work. Look, come. Good, good job. Here you go. So with this tossing a treat exercise, we can make it a bit more fun. Look, ready? Go get it. Good job. Come. Sit. Shake. Good job. Ready? Go get it. So I kind of sped up a little bit and have him go faster back and forth because the motivation is here. Good. Shake. Good. Go get it. So the more I'm engaging with that game, good, touch, good, 2 shakes, 1, 2, perfect, touch, that wasn't there, yes, good job, perfect. And that, if that game is fine and kind of motivating, because that moving target is as much as motivating that I am, even more, because it moves,
Right.
and I hadn't get it yet.
Right.
Okay?
Got it.
Now, we don't know how he responds when he sees something coming, so what I would do is I'd grab my dog and I will go through your yard. At the same time, I can see the windows there, what's happening.
Yeah.
I can picture that. So the only thing I would like you to do is just sit on the side of the piano so I have that free view here. I'm going to move the camera a little bit over there so we can see it. Hold your horses. Here we go. Good. Now what I would like you to do though, as your feedback, let the event happen. And then what I would like you to do is go out from a treat, say, look, come, and lure him back from the window.
Okay.
And the moment he moves, give him a treat.
Yes.
Look, it would look like that. Look, come, and lure him away from it. And release the treat when he walks away.
Okay.
Okay? Let's try it again. Now you see that his body, look, come, his body is already triggered just being there. His body going, right?
That's his chair.
Look, come.
Oh,
Good job. Perfect. What happened?
you just did it twice and he didn't put his feet up on the window.
Yeah, that was good. I was thought you saw the dog.
No, I just am shocked.
Good. And we start shaping these things that he has, because when that happens, his body does that and this and that, and when that happens, then his emotions go downhill, and the emotions go downhill, and his body does this, and it becomes like a vicious circle. He can't get out of there alone. So
Right.
shape each individual piece of that condition that makes him feel that way. Okay?
Okay.
Look, let's go. Come. Good, and sit. Perfect. Touch. Good. Shake. Yes. 2 shakes. Yes, yes. Ah, good. Perfect. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Perfect. That would be the routine. So
Okay.
we're going to create an emergency routine.
Okay.
Look, come, or look, let's go, depending on where you are.
Okay.
So if you're here and he's there, it's look, come. If you're there with him, it's let's go. So let's go is we go in the same direction, doing the same thing, a better job.
Right.
When I'm here and you're there, look, come is come here, get another job.
Right.
Okay?
Okay. What happens if I do that and he's just like, I'm not listening to you?
I just want you to try.
Okay.
Okay.
I just want to know because I don't know
No.
if I should correct him or just ignore
You
it.
don't
or
correct
just...
anything because there's nothing wrong what he does.
Okay.
It's wrong for the window, but not for your dog.
Okay.
So we're gonna teach him what to do when you run there to get something and then return to bring him that idea into his mind.
Okay.
So we're gonna toss the treat over there. When he's there, I say, look, come. So his body remembers what to do if you have something that you want there, and then somebody tells you, look, come,
Okay.
on the other side. So I toss it, I'm not telling you what to do. Look, come. So he goes there on his own, and then I call him back.
Okay.
Let him smile a little bit, get stuck with it a little bit. Look, come. Okay, he got stuck. Look, come. Good, perfect. Okay? Again, what we do now is basically show him the idea of what to do when you're there stuck in a corner and things are getting weird about stuff, and let that be in his body.
Okay.
Okay? Look, come. Good, perfect. So if it comes faster, my reward will be higher. If it goes kind of like low, 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 like, yeah, whatever, okay?
Mhm.
But I encourage him to come faster, so I add a little bit of emotions to that.
Mhm.
Look, come. Perfect. So soon enough, even if there's one left, I always have more.
Mhm.
So he just left one and came back
Oh.
for the rest.
Okay.
Now
And did you give him more than
Yeah.
one? Okay, so you
yeah.
jackpotted him a little bit.
Even if there's one,
I got more.
I got more.
Okay.
Idea. Even if there's more, I got more.
Okay.
Good? Now he gets stuck underneath. Let's see if we can get him over. Look! Come! Look! Come! Good job! Here you go. I know, that was tough. I know. Good. Let me help you out here. I know where it is. Okay. Here you go. Is that it?
There might be some jewelry dirt under there. Did you get it, dude? Maybe you already got it.
Look!
Oh, didn't you
Come.
you?
Good. So I'm going outside. I'm gonna pass on the street. I don't want him to get freaking out when I go through,
Yeah.
through the garden. It just takes me a couple of seconds.
Okay. Roger. Look. Touch. Good. Touch. Good. Let's go. Let's go. Good. 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 Let's go. Let's go. Good. Good boy. Ready to go? Let's go. Good. Good. Good boy.
Are you happy?
I'm
Awesome. You did
shocked.
great.
I'm shocked.
Why? Look. Come. Good job. Here you go. That was great.
My
That was
neighbors are
great.
gonna be so.
And she was like looking at me like, what are you doing with the dog?
Our dog is a hoot.
I got police calling on me on that. I am in a car in Phoenix. You shouldn't have a dog in a car.
Right.
And
Yeah.
the police come over, so we're like, is this a fake dog? I was like, yep. Can you cover it, please? I know, it's good. Good. Let's sit down and talk.
Okay.
How do you feel about it? What was your experience? What did you learn?
I learned that he knows more than I think he knows. I learned that I believe that he has been buffaloed a lot because I really felt he had very little training on him when he came. And I haven't, I've taken him to a few classes, Roman, but not a lot. He's been pretty good, but it's the dog on dog thing.
Yeah.
I am thrilled that he's responding already. I'm shocked.
How long did we work?
Half an hour.
Okay. Did I use
Ish.
any time and anything that would hurt him, stress him, feel intimidated or painful?
No.
Okay.
He's
Why?
such a good
Why I
one.
didn't use that? Because I showed him something that he could be his idea. As an idea he had to do what he does now, we offer him a new idea. It's still his idea. I didn't tell him what to do. I was just creating that event for him to come to that conclusion. It's like, wait a minute, this works good, actually. Okay? So most trainers will go ahead and like push the button, okay? Correct the collar, yell at the dog, intimidate, punish the dog, and do whatever they want to do to make that dog feel bad about that.
Right.
That he actually did nothing wrong.
He was just being a dog.
No, he's just want that to go away.
Is that what he wants?
Yeah, he want that to go away.
Because I thought that his incentive, and I really try to think like a dog, so forgive me.
No, that's fine.
But I thought that maybe the incentive was, oh my God, that's a toy. There's a play toy out there, and I really want that.
A behavior has two bases.
Okay.
Either to gain more from it or to avoid it.
Right.
These two things.
Okay.
In fact, dogs do things to survive.
Okay.
Okay, so they either avoid it because it will kill them,
Right.
or they want to gain more of it for them to thrive
Okay.
or to survive.
Yes.
There's no other reason in life.
Okay.
That's the basic. I breathe, I want more of air, I want to get out of the water to survive. Make sense? So based on that, I have to make a call. What does he want from that? So that's where the behavior assessment comes in. What is the primary reason of offering that behavior? He wants more of it or he wants to avoid it?
Okay.
Okay? If I see he wants to avoid it, he would not come here. He would stay there.
Yeah.
So obviously he wants to avoid it.
I just feel like a light bulb went
Right.
off.
So now I help him get away from the problem because he felt stuck there, have to go away, and he doesn't go away. And I think, you don't need to deal with that. Here's much better things going on. So I don't need to deal with that? Not really, because he can see that as a responsibility that he cannot fix because he cannot get there.
Right.
So make it go away because I failed on the job right now.
Oh.
And that's just my idea. What he really thinks,
Yeah.
I don't know. He doesn't speak.
Right.
But based on his behavior and the way he interacted with that, that's the most likely route to think. Because he saw the dog,
Right.
and you called him off,
Right.
and if that what you give him as a solution is not what he wants, then he would
He would
still be on the
back.
window.
Yeah.
So obviously your solution is better than this problem.
Right.
So we're good. And again, why would I punish that?
Right.
There's nothing wrong for him to feel that way. It's kind of like screaming at a person who's scared of something and then it's not punishing for feeling that way. Well, that's how abuse looks like.
Right.
I don't care about your emotions, I'm going to punish you for that. What,
Right.
you're scared? How dare you? Bum, bum, bum. Okay?
Good boy. Oh, this is huge. I mean, this is huge.
And dogs do things sometimes because they want more of it. Like, how about chasing the cat? That is fun. And then you can convey the message, I don't like it. I have the right to complain about it. So if you want me to be friends with you, and you do things I don't like, well, we're not friends anymore. And especially if the dog is in a secure attachment relationship, that is a lot.
Yes.
Okay? If you have children playing with each other, you will see at some point where one child says very clearly, we're not friends anymore.
Right.
And then the other child will like, why not? Because they don't like how you behave. And the child, the other one, in order to be in that group of friendship, he has two options. To either continue what he does at the cost for him losing a friendship, or to adjust his friendship accordingly to his social needs.
Right.
Look, come, sit. Good. Wait, I didn't ask you yet. 4 shakes. 1, 2, 3. 4. Yes. Good job. Okay. Late, but we did.
And so he came with that cute little behavior right there.
Yeah.
When he gets insecure. When I was taking him to class and we were just working on just walking nicely with the leash. Yeah, he'll follow me with
Pawing means I want.
Yes.
It comes from digging. I want what's underneath.
Okay.
Now, I want more of it, or I want to go away from it.
Yeah.
Because since you brought the dog into the class, pawing means I want to go away from here.
Yes.
Take me away from here.
I'm
Do
worried.
something about it.
Yeah.
Okay? So it's still, the behavior is very pure. We have to see what's connected to it.
Right.
So people see one behavior and start making conclusions of one action, but you have to see the whole picture.
Okay.
The whole picture is a book of what's happening here that happens at the same time. So it basically is kind of like a real-time being aware of the words that are in that book that makes the emotion be described in that book. So if I see a paw, well, right now it's I want. How is his tail? Well, it's tucked. Okay, how is his body language? Is it directed towards what he wants or is it directed towards you? So he doesn't want that, he wants you. I want you, good. But why me? What happened? What is the situation? Well, I brought him in here, he's stuck. He cannot get out without me. So he wants me to unstuck that. Okay, how do we solve the problem? Do you want to go? You pick up the leash and he's like, yeah. Okay, now all of a sudden you have this communication going on where your dog has a two-way communication. As he tells you his problem, you offer a solution. He tells you, I like that solution, and then you proceed to that. Make sense?
Yes. Yes.
Good. So that's what we do as parenting, is start communicating with a non-verbal animal and start understanding his needs and help him out with those needs. And if you always consistently help him with his needs, that creates a strong bond that we call a secure attachment relationship. If you don't give him those needs, look, come. Good job. If you don't fulfill his needs, then he's forced to do his things on his own. He doesn't need you, and then we have an insecure attachment relationship because he doesn't trust you to take care of that, so he takes care of himself. And then he struggles with it. And then you ask him to do something, it's like, you didn't help me last time either. You know what, I'll deal with myself.
Right.
And so you have these other categories of insecure attachment relationship. I don't want to spend your time now, but I can send you a document, you can read about it.
Well, okay, so I feel like, I feel like I got something today, and he got something today. So,
how you maintain it.
Yeah, where do we go from here? Where do I start? What do I keep doing?
You keep doing what we do.
Oh,
you repeat these exercises a couple of days in a row.
Okay.
The way dogs function in their nervous system, plus minus, if things are coming in consistently for a certain period of time, that is considered consistent.
Okay.
That is considered what nature does.
Right.
What happens after night? The day. And what happens after day? Night. That was going on forever. Okay? The moment he opens his eyes, that happens for a month. Well, I guess that's what's happening always. There's that conclusion.
Okay.
So scientifically speaking, the dog makes the absolute conclusion in average of 42 times events that happen consistently. That is become kind of a law.
Okay.
He relies on that. If for 42 times inconsistently things don't work out, he gives up.
Okay.
He will not try it again.
I'm sorry about her.
That's fine.
Okay.
I love cats.
Oh,
Not really.
right,
I hate cats. Come here, buddy.
Do you really?
I like cats.
Oh, because you can tell her to not.
So, from that aspect, if you're consistently for a month, your likely chance is that he accepts that as a better option, as consistently, and it's not what we do. More or less.
More or less.
Okay? Now, if you're fluctuating, sometimes you do it, sometimes you don't. It starts always if you are consistently for a period of time. So if you screw it up on day 24 of 30, you have to start from scratch.
Okay. So I'm just bear with me, okay? So it's tomorrow, okay, and I'm puttering around and someone walks by. So it would behoove me, it seems like, to have some treats up here so I can immediately.
We need to multiply that with those guys.
Yeah.
These guys and the other guy and everyone individual going through the same process. Because if he thinks it's consistent but the other one don't, then you don't have your company at your side.
Yeah, see, no one barked at the window until.
Right. So if that's an alternative behavior, then we create a new one. I would say teach each individual dog what to do if that happens.
Okay.
Now, in a condition where you have all those dogs here and he's barking there, then we go with the elimination method. We pull one dog off at a time, and we'll finally come to the source.
Okay.
Shape it off each dog. Hey, you, come here, go over there. And he's going crazy there. Okay, that's what it is right now.
Okay.
You, come over here. You, lay down. Good job. Here's a treat. Okay? Now he's only one left. And now he's questioning himself. What happened to the others? Why are they coming? What's going on here? And you're like, hey, look, come. And he's like, what? Come here. Good job. Thanks for coming. The other ones just walk away from it. So you're alone here. You and me. Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So don't get frustrated if things don't go the way you expect them to go. So what? Let's try it again.
Right.
And again. And again.
And again.
So every time he looks at the window, just looking at the window, look, come here, sit, good job. Thank you for coming back.
Okay.
What we convey the message. He looks at the window because there's something out there. The next time he looks at you, he will tell you, hey, there's something at the window. Now you know somebody's coming.
Right.
And he's telling you, in a minute from now, we'll have a problem with that.
Right.
I need some help. And you're like, come here. Good job.
Okay.
Our main goal would be when he sees something over there, that he comes over here.
Right.
That is the appreciated final behavior that we want to look for.
Exactly.
Him coming to you is an acceptable alternative behavior, temporary until we reach our final goal. Okay?
Okay.
Will it fail? Of course it will.
Yeah.
Nothing is perfect.
Right.
But don't lose it.
Right.
Don't get frustrated. Don't blame yourself if it doesn't work. It's because it's not depending on you and it's not depending on me. It's on the environmental factors that makes that be difficult.
Okay.
Because I guarantee you, if there's a dog still barking at the window, I wouldn't be able to get him off there either. Okay?
Right.
But if we have consistently over time, the likelihood we get him off is high.
I got you. I hear what you're saying.
Good.
Okay, so can I ask you about some future training?
Yeah. What we can do is we can put together a training plan. I don't think you need more than 5 sessions.
That is not your stuff.
So we can do a 5-session package and we're pretty good.
Okay.
You will have so much information that you can handle your dogs.
Okay.
You will know about any dog? No, because you will have no clue about Great Danes.
Right.
Okay? But you will know all individual dogs what to do.
Okay.
Because you will have the base
Okay.
that I would have coming here doing that. So you will know what I do based on your dogs.
Okay.
And you don't care about the neighbors.
Yeah, they'll just be thrilled.
Okay. So if we need 1 session or more afterwards, we can still extend that package and add another session to discount price. And that's it.
Okay.
Now, when you get that session, what you get is 5 individual sessions here, plus 2 sessions online. Roma, this is what's happening right now. This is what I'm struggling with. My husband or my son is holding the camera. This is what's happening. I was like, yeah, okay, how about you do this? See how it works? And I will be able to talk to you as it happens here and while you're struggling.
Okay.
And I will be like here, but I'm not.
Right.
Okay?
Okay.
Now that session, you just call in. So your friend's coming over and you're like, you know what? I want my trainer here for 20 minutes and nobody knows about it. Earphones on. I want just to see what's happening.
Gotcha.
Okay?
That's excellent.
In between, you can also communicate to me. Like,
Okay.
hey, I got a footage. Things happened here. This is what I get. What should I do? You send me that video or you send me a message, write me an email, and I reply to you. Different versions. Even I send you a document to read through because that's the answer. I send you a text message like, what the heck are you talking about, for example? Or I can tell you, you know what, I haven't made a video for it. I sent it to you, watch that. That's what exactly is happening here.
Okay,
right?
sure.
At the same time, if you do something that is wrong, I will see that video and I will make you point out, you know, that action. You kind of fix your body a little bit. Don't be like all over the dog kind of
Right,
thing. Makes sense?
right. I get what you're saying.
And then you have also access to my documents and to my videos. So even when you have access to my documents and videos, going through all those, if you need help, is kind of giving you a book, like figure it out. I can always give you those documents that you're already in your folder. The only thing you have to do is I just point out which one to look for that particular behavior.
Okay, so how much am I looking at cost-wise?
$585.
Okay, and what is the time?
I would say we should meet once a week because we want to reach that 28 days point.
Oh, okay, now what is that about? 28 days, what does that mean?
The situation we said we have to be consistent for 28 days. So
okay.
what we do is we start putting things in place for 28 days.
Right.
And after we're done, you continue that for 28 days and you're good.
Okay. All right. So I'm just gonna need to come up with $500 for
Okay.
in a month, and that's gonna be just a little bit tricky for me.
Okay.
But
We can split it if it helps you.
I
Do a
can,
starter and then you finish it up when you.
I can probably borrow it from my dad. I just, you
It's up
know,
to you.
I'm not working. I don't work.
Mhm.
So I don't have any cash on
I don't
hand.
work either. I just have fun all day long.
Yeah, you have a good one.
Not really.
Um,
I have some bite ones today. So
Oh.
yeah.
So I was really interested in I know you're out of time. I don't want to keep you because I know you're on a time limit, but I would love to hear you talk some more about your training methods, just juju like that. I find it fascinating.
Well, let me stop that. Too much stuff on here. You will not be able to watch it later.